Hey guys, welcome back to Jack Out of the Box. Today we have Ali Wattoo joining us to explore some of his experiences that you guys may find interesting.
Hello.
So I think first, Ali is originally from Pakistan, so I thought he might like to give us some insight of how he ended up studying at the University of Wollongong in Australia.
Well, it is a long story, like how I ended up studying here. So it was, I think, my second year of A-levels, and it was start of second year of A-levels, and I was like thinking, when should I think about my uni life? Where should I go to university and everything? And so I just started to look up for universities, definitely on Google. And then I found some good universities about ranking and everything. And they were like good at USA, but then my parents and everyone around me, they were like, nah, that's not a good place to go. Because at that time I was under 18. So then I also looked into Australian universities and everything. And finally I found University of Wollongong. And that was a very good thing to find, because as they also provided me with a homestay as being an under 18 student, and I found a very lovely family to live with. And that was very good experience. And throughout that journey, this is just an overview, but we can like dive deep into those few months, like how I got here and things.
Yeah, so the family Ali's homestay program was with, the two of them actually had ended up being part of my support team that I've utilised to live independently at the campus accommodation here at the University of Wollongong. So we kind of got introduced through them. And now I think I can say Ali's probably one of my best mates. We hang out regularly and, we enjoy just spending time just chatting about stuff. So the podcast idea kind of stemmed from his crazy bucket lists, which I think we'll get into now. I hope you enjoy. I definitely did.
Yeah, so, bucket lists are things that I want to do without any reason. Most of the times I think, I should do it. Let's just do it. Like most of the things I do are let's do it. Every time just let's do it. But these are specific things that cannot be done in the regular hours. You need to find a specific timing, specific location, and make sure not too many people are around, because most of them are not socially acceptable, like one of which are like very absurd one that I want to run naked on a beach.
Well, safe to say that wasn't part of your bucket list when you told me last time. But anyway.
And then sit on a cactus, swim in the duck pond lake or lawn, whatever the thing is at uni, climb some buildings, do parkour over them, and form a band with Jack and other mates named the Big Gong Rush.
Shout out Big Time Rush. You inspired us.
Yeah. So, we're going to have that very good band. Oh, and also a funny story, relating back to me coming here in Australia, there is a test called like English proficiency test, which actually describes like whether or not you are capable of going to an English speaking country and study there. So it's called IELTS. So I had to give that to prove that I can speak English. But I had no preparation before that test, and just before my speaking test I was like, what should I do? I had never actually talked to a white person or English speaking person. So I just played the Old Town Road music and I was like, yes, that's the thing, that's how I want to speak. And I just sing that song along, and that kind of prepared me to do that test and passed. That was cool.
Well, maybe I should incorporate listening to Old Town Road before my English tests, I guess. So then one thing that kind of hit us pretty hard in our early uni life was, as I'm sure most of you guys experienced too, was COVID. it was made first semester of 2020 at university pretty crap. I know Ali really didn't enjoy studying online, and if I'm being honest, neither did I, but as I'd studied using an access program through the later years of high school, so seniors year, basically from year 9 to 12, I had at least one class done via a video conference with 4 other schools in my local area. So it was interesting to come to university expecting to have a classroom experience every day of the week. And then I had that for 3 days, and then COVID happened and I ended up studying for that semester at home. So I think Ali would like to share some of his thoughts on that happening as well.
Well, first thing, that was sad. Not good for anyone. But at some point, I felt like I'm just paying for a streaming service, but a very, very expensive streaming service. And that streaming service only plays some kind of ASMR voices, which I sleep through. And that's like sums up my experience with online learning. And yeah. And to be honest, the only time I studied online was when I was with Jack, or we were having our lectures together, and because that thing actually motivated me to study. Otherwise, I was just sleeping through all the lectures. And yeah, online, not good. Just turn your camera off, say I don't have one or it's broken, and sleep through it. It's good. And that's why those years passed so fast, because we all spent them sleeping.
Yeah. So maybe don't head to Ali for life advice. Anyway, so our next topic I've got written down here is we had a road trip out to where I am from in Western New South Wales. It was pretty fun. Ali came along and the 2 people he lives with.
The other Ali.
Yeah, the other Ali. And then one of my other mates who I've met through uni, Isaac, he drove basically the whole way home with us in my van so that I could get home to be with my family for Christmas and the summer break. And now I'm happily back in Wollongong. So I think we'll get started on that. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, that was actually a kind of very unique experience, and it kind of also reminded me of my hometown, because I haven't experienced any bumpy roads in Australia. All roads are very clean and like very smooth. But that was a very good roller coaster ride, like Jack being the navigator and Isaac just driving through those roller coaster ride and me just enjoying, like trying to stabilize myself. Okay. But that was very nice one. Yeah. And also we got to experience all the farms there, and those farms are really huge. Like if you look through, you can actually like kind of feel like, oh, this is the edge of world, like that kind of feeling.
So on our road trip, we'd had a Christmas party here with all my support team, and we had a bit of a Secret Santa situation where people could choose what present they got in a certain order, but then as they went along, the next person could swap with the person before. So one of the other support workers had bought, like, honestly the dumbest thing they could find in Kmart. They had this sequin covered dinosaur that changed colours as you moved your hand across it, and Ali honestly fell in love with this thing.
Love at first sight.
And so someone else managed to choose it and he picked next. So he didn't even bother opening what he picked. He was like, no, I don't care. I want that dinosaur. And then we ended up calling him Dennis, didn't we?
Yeah.
So Ali ended up with this dinosaur who we all called Dennis. So Dennis came on the road trip with us. Yeah. And Ali took some pretty cool photos of just the countryside with this dinosaur, Dennis.
And then I just also found out that every part of Australia has its own big things, like the big football, the big sheep, and too many other big things. Well, so I actually took photos of Danny, so they're all the big things we have.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool. Just getting to show a I don't like using the term foreigner, but a foreigner, my local area, and just some of the stuff Australia has to offer. It's pretty cool. Ali also, after he'd returned back to Wollongong, after they dropped me home and drove back, he had a pretty fun summer holiday with Dale and Ali, the people he lives with. So would you like to share some of that as well?
Well, that was pretty cool. Some awesome new stuff I got to experience. So I saw some kangaroos, some wombats. And actually we went camping. In my whole life, I've never been camping. I was like more likely to be in a very pampered family. So they never let me go and live out in wild. But that was like really good experience. And I realized very, easy thing to do. But at the same time, very fun to do. We went to the river thing and I swimmed in it. Well, I love swimming at any time. And then I found a tree and then there was a rope with it. We tied a rope with it and then we just jumped in it, just swinging it around, being a Disney princess, having some swings, and then just being a cannonball and just splashing into the water and that stuff. That was cool.
So also you went snorkeling, didn't you?
Yeah,
So the day they went snorkeling, the lady he lives with, Ali, she sent me a photo of him walking along the beach with flippers on. And I don't think I've seen someone look more uncoordinated walking. It didn't, to me, it shouldn't have been that difficult, but the photo just was stuck in my head for like 3 days. That this guy just was struggling so much to walk to the water.
Honestly, all of a sudden you have like 2 feet extension to your feet and you feel like a duck just flapping around. And then you have that thing on your head. Okay, what that thing is around. And then I had no idea that how that pipe or tube thingy works. And
the snorkel.
The snorkel, yeah. Yep. And at some point I just sucked some water in. But yeah, then after a few hours of practice and some near drowning situations, I found the way to do it. And I swam with sharks, yes. That's how I flex. I swim with sharks now. Baby sharks.
That sounds like a pretty boss move. You flex on people. Like, yeah, I swam with sharks. Yeah. What did you do over summer?
Yeah, that was cool. They look mean, but they are kinder than people, humans. Well, that's the thing. Sometimes you know better. Like I like to swim either super early in the morning or dead in middle of night when it's like raining or storms or through thunderstorms, because then there's few people and you get to feel the nature, and then the waves just splash you around and make you realize, oh yes, you are living in a reality. So yeah, be the man.
Yeah, you're not much of a people person. You like to spend time with stuff.
Myself.
Yeah, with yourself, basically. I know I'm definitely like that a bit at the time, but I think I've grown out of my shell now that I've been at university. Last year and this year I've worked as a volunteer community leader last year, and then this year we're resident ambassadors. So I like to think I've grown out of my shell a bit, and I think...
That's the thing, same goes for me. Like, honestly, I volunteered a lot and that actually made me have much more social skills and how to actually talk to people. And the weird thing, some people do say that I'm good with people, but deep inside I know that I'm struggling. I'm just trying to keep my inner self back so I don't just say something weird or don't be a weird. Because if you know me closely, you will know that I'm a weirdo. But yeah, in front of people or during volunteering, I realized how to be professionally flex on other people and say, oh yeah, I'm a good person. I'm that girl of, like, you know, those girls who want to be a cheerleader or something. Yes, I am the social person. I can do that. So yeah, the university made me realize that yes, I can do that. And even before that, some people said that I can do that, but I like, nah.
Yeah, definitely for me, independent living on a campus location with a bunch of other people my age definitely allowed me to thrive. And I think most people that experience university feel that, or if they don't, I really hope they can find something that allows them to grow a bit. I am a bit more introverted. I like to recharge myself playing video games or whatever, watching sport. The Winter Olympics are back on now, so that's pretty cool. I've been watching some of that. But then I just love going out to hang out with other people around here. I've got a good friend group, and I think they've all learnt how to sort of accommodate. Like, I'm in a power wheelchair basically all the time. So in any social setting, I'll be there in my wheelchair. Obviously, I'm not going to be walking around. But yeah, they've all learnt that, no, I'm not as tall as everyone else, or yeah, I need a bit bigger space to fit through stuff. And when we're all standing around in a group, they kind of, at the start, just because I'm a lot lower than everyone in terms of how high people stand, they sort of block me out a bit. But I think with me being a bit more socially active and them knowing that, yeah, this kid does have a brain and he is interesting to talk to and he has a life, he's not just a wheelchair. I think that's probably because at my local school where I completed year 11, 12, I completed 13 years of high school, of all school at this place. Everyone knew who I was prior to me needing a wheelchair. And then all the people younger than me, they didn't know me not being in a wheelchair. They were just like, it's just Jack. It's not like, one day I used the disabled bathroom at the pool to get changed and like ready to go for a swim. And I got out of there after I was ready, and one of my mate's little brothers came up to my mum and was like, why was Jack in there? He's not disabled. And mum was like, well, yeah, he is. He's in a wheelchair. He needs the extra space and stuff. And this kid just couldn't get it, didn't understand that I need extra stuff. I'm not just Jack, but I think that kind of hit the nail on the head. That's what I want to be. I want to be just Jack, not seen as my disability. And I think a lot of people are like that. I'm pretty quick to embrace what I have and that it does exist, but it doesn't need to define me. I've lived my life how I wanted to. Like, I've always wanted to be at university. When I was 8, I thought I was going to study physics at university for some reason. My non-existent love for science definitely just crossed that out straight away. So I think having Ali around to just, like, I'm one of the first people he knew in Australia. So it's kind of like we're like each other's sort of mates, yeah.
Oi, mate, it's going on.
So maybe we should come back to Ali's trying to pick up on just Australian dialect. It's quite funny.
It's a whole new language. We should declare it as a new language. We can we? No.
Aussie.
Aussie language.
I mean,
honestly, like, it was my first week here, and some people, like, I think they were my classmates. I don't know who were they, but the 1 week before COVID, it was on campus. So they were like, "Oh, we are having a Barbie today," and I was like, "Wait, Barbie is a Barbie doll? What?" Like, in my mind, I was confused for a second, and then I asked someone like, "What's Barbie?" and they say, "Oh, it's barbecue." And I, oh, okay, now it makes sense. It's not a Barbie doll or something. So yeah, many things like thongs and other things, singlets, all these things.
Good old flannel. Have you? You don't own one of them yet, do you?
No, still a lot to grasp on.
That's pretty good. I mean, I think I've tried to influence you to get a pair of Crocs quite a few times, but I guess he thinks he's too good for that. But if I can recommend one thing to you guys, definitely Crocs are not overrated. They might be ugly, but
that's so your thing. Like you literally have a whole collection, like all of how many colors do you
I have
got?
3 pairs.
That's
I've got a grey pair, a yellow pair, and a fresh white pair that I've had for like 8 months. But because I don't walk around, they still look brand new. Yeah, so I'm kind of known where I live as the Croc King, I would say. Every time people are like, I really like your Crocs, and I think it's funny that
you were planning to get some more, right? Some more colors.
I definitely think I'll get more pairs of Crocs. I don't. Sorry, Mum and Dad, I am gonna waste more money on rubber pieces of footwear, but you guys know me pretty well. You know why I wear them.
They give you those polka dot sunburns.
No, but I think I'm the kind of guy that's just like, I don't care what other people think. If I'm comfy, I'm comfy. Like, I pulled up to the formal last year. I had like my good shirt on and nice pants, and then Crocs, because I didn't need to be bothered to put shoes on. It wasn't that big of a deal. I think I got the most compliments on my footwear, I reckon. Like everyone was like, yeah, props to you for just not giving a damn and wearing exactly what you want. And I was like, yeah, it is that. I don't really care what people think about the stuff I wear, because that is such a dumb thing to worry about. Like, if I was worried about what people thought of me all the time, like, I don't know. You don't get anywhere worrying about that stuff. So I think if you need that little bit of motivation to just not care about what other people care or think about, wear Crocs. They're comfy. They look horrible, but that's I don't know. That's just their spark. They're horribly gross pieces of shoes to wear on your feet, but you get this, like, it feels powerful to just
ventilation.
Just be like, yeah, I honestly don't give a damn about what you guys think. I'm gonna wear what I think's comfortable.
I want that much courage. Like, I thought that wearing thongs in public wasn't acceptable, but somehow I got enough courage to do that. But now I need more courage to walk barefoot. But that will take a time. I still try to walk barefoot inside home, but still that feels a bit weird. But I need to do that. Yeah, one day. Me walking around Woolworths or LD barefoot, wearing a singlet or not even a singlet, just naked, like.
Oh,
not naked.
That is, I'm thinking you're saying with no shirt, not naked.
Yeah, but that's considered mostly naked.
Maybe in some places, but if you showed up at Woolworths with no shirt on, no one would really care.
Yeah.
I might stay home, but that doesn't matter.
That was very surprising. Like when I first saw people in that condition, I was like, what? What's happening here? It's not even that hot, or what happened?
It's just easier to not put shoes on. Like,
thongs are super easy. Like, you just slide and they're on. But no, I want to try things. Like, try every new thing you can possibly do. Yeah.
All right. So you might fall down the slippery slope of that is Crocs, maybe at some point.
At some point, yeah.
I'll be proud of him if that happens.
Yeah. Having Jack as my senpai Crocs.
No, one day I'll just have a gang of people that just wear Crocs, and we're like, yeah, this is us.
Our band can have can have a dressing of like Crocs.
Yeah, Big Gong Rush, sponsored by Crocs.
Sponsored by. So yeah, I hope Croc people are listening, and they will.
Oh, definitely. If the Croc people are listening, send me some Crocs.
Yeah, and sponsor our band.
Yeah, and that we want all our fans repping Crocs cross Big Gong Rush.
Yeah.
It'll happen.
Yeah.
We'll manifest it. So we could, I don't know, do you want to move on to
some new topics? Hot topics.
Hot topics with Ali and Jack. So we spent the first couple of years studying the same degree, computer science at UOW. So we had some fun experiences then. We regularly do classes together. There's one memory I have. We were in this lab class together, and Ali had this great idea that we play the Noddy theme song through our computer into the lab class. It was very funny, except we had to turn our volume down so we didn't get feedback from it as we were playing it. So we didn't hear everyone's reaction. But then we couldn't help ourselves and we just started laughing. So then once we turned our volume back on and had stopped playing Noddy, everyone was just like, we literally just heard them laughing the whole time. And I was like, well, I guess
turn the mic off.
We kind of hit the nail on the head. It was funny. We tried to be funny, and I hope everyone saw it like that.
And you remember we did the thing like throughout our online classes, we never turned on our cameras. So, but once we actually recorded, and other students, but you say like,
I'm not sure how. I don't think this should have been done, but anyway, we'll share it anyway. It was pretty funny. No one got mad at us. It was just good fun.
And please don't do it. Do it, but don't blame us that we recommended you to do it.
Not endorsed by JackOutOfTheBox at all.
No. So this is what happened actually. So we actually recorded someone else's video, like his screen, and then we played it from our side. So it was like all of a sudden, even the tutor was confused. Like, why is this person having two different faces and joined as a one person? And that was really confusing. Like that was the situation when people started to believe that, oh, this is a glitch in the matrix or something. It was funny, ain't it?
Yeah, it definitely had the guy who the recording was of a bit stumped. He was like, why is there another one of me? But anyway, we let him know what the go was, and we all had a pretty big laugh after that. Yeah. That was fun. Do you have anything else you want to talk about?
We do have a lot of things, but
I think,
are people willing to listen? People tell us in the comment section. Is there a comment section?
I mean, YouTube viewers, definitely let us know in the comments. Other people, leave a comment on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter. Follow us on everything.
We have more hot topics. Hot.
Yeah, so I think we're probably rounding up to the end of this episode.
Or join us in the swim at night. The best thing.
Yeah, shout out to all the Wollongongians.
Yeah, swimming at
night. Where are we meeting at tonight?
Oh wait, but then the place will be crowded. No, don't come. I want my own space.
All right, just bombard every beach in the Illawarra area, and hopefully you'll meet Ali.
Swimming around in the night. No, I just want to complete this checklist, like swimming when it's like raining, swimming when there is a rainbow, swimming when there is thunder, and swimming when there is half sun, half thing. And yeah, I've already had I told you, like recently I was swimming and then there was a big jellyfish thingy coming towards me, and I had no idea if it's good or bad. But it was funny. It was like, yeah, you can run from people but not from us.
Yeah, okay, so you don't want to encounter another jellyfish, do you?
They're good. Looks cool. I just want to be friends with them, not.
All right then. Well, I think with that, knowing Ali wants to be friends with jellyfish, I think maybe we'll wrap it up. Thanks, Ali, for joining me on the first episode.
Thank you for having me.
It's been, I would say, I've had fun the last 45 minutes. We've been sitting here talking about this.
That was fast.
I think this is what I want to do. I like this a lot. I hope you guys liked it as well. Thank you for listening to us. Honestly, almost just talk utter garbage for half an hour, but it's enjoyable. I think it's fun, and I hope you guys enjoyed listening. Let me know on any of the socials if you'd like to be a guest or you have some ideas you think I would like to listen to. Anyway, I'm Jack, and you've been listening to Jack Out of the Box, Episode 1. Talk to you soon. Bye.